What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button. That really helps me out. In this video, what I want to talk to you about is generators and why I picked up this little small generator, even though I have a much larger generator that I use for emergencies, and why I think you should pick up one of these little small compact generators as well. So let's get started. We've all experienced some power outages. I've been through several that have lasted weeks at a time, whether it be from a hurricane or an ice storm. And having a generator is awesome, but there's some huge benefits to having one of these small, compact generators to keep yourself comfortable. And there's also some other things you may want to consider if you're the only one that has power. So we're going to discuss those now. Don't get me wrong, I love having this big generator where with that cord, I'm able to backfeed and pretty much run the entire house. I can run, I was even running the last time we had a hurricane and several days without power, I was cooking on our electric stove. I was able to run the air conditioner. I was able to run the hot water heater. Granted, I couldn't run all three of those things at the same time. I would have to shut off one or the other. But you could pretty much run your whole house, flip on light switches and everything else. And it's almost like there is no power outage. Love having this big generator to be able to do that. And if you can hire an electrician to where you can backfeed safely, I would highly recommend that. It's awesome and a lot safer than running extension cords all over the place. But one drawback to these bigger generators like I have here is just the amount of fuel that it burns. Okay, where a lot of people, now I'll give you an example. When we would have hurricanes down here, people start flocking to buy generators, and they also go to the gas station and they fill up their gas cans. And a lot of people, I would see so many customers at the shop have one or two of these gas cans and thinking they're good for a week or more, when they don't realize this thing burns a lot of fuel. I looked up the stats and I can agree that they're fairly accurate. I don't remember exactly, but it's set because I've ran this for several days, and how much the fuel consumption. Online it claims this particular one burns 7.7 gallons in 11 hours. And that sounds about right from my experience. And if I like to have, about 4 or 5 of these gas cans to go several days of running, but it's a lot of gas you're burning. Keep in mind that if the power's out everywhere, don't rely on being able to go get gas. Chances are, people may, if they had warning of it in advance, they may have already gotten all the gas from the gas stations, like they do down here in Florida. When a hurricane's coming, everybody runs to the gas stations, and most of the gas stations are out of gas. It gets crazy. But also, if it's like an ice storm or something, or whatever big, wide natural disaster or whatever, chances are the gas stations don't have power. So even if they have gas, you can't get any. Okay, so the main reason I recommend getting a smaller one in addition to that one. I'm not saying get a smaller one and not have one of these, but if y'all were going to start off with something, I would maybe even start off with a smaller one if it's a budget issue or something like that. Because what you'll find when you have a power outage, what's going on, one of your main concerns is it's not just the lights and stuff, but it's your food in your refrigerator going bad. Now they recommend that you don't let your refrigerator go more than 4 hours, without, even that's with even the doors being shut, or your food's going to go bad or start spoiling, and it becomes a risk. Now, so let's say you're running your generator all day, you're running your heater, air conditioner, or whatever, everything's fine, everything's good. Now let's say you're starting to run out of gas. Now you're going to want to start conserving it. So what we would actually do is shut it off and go 3 or 4 hours to try to conserve the gas. Now at night, it becomes an issue where, one, you don't want to have this big loud gas guzzling generator sitting there clacking away and disturbing your neighbors. And they may already be, kind of, let's say just jealous or whatever, or, not liking you because you've been running it all day. It's been annoying them, and they don't have power. You do have power. And plus you're going to try to run this thing all night to keep your refrigerator going. That's where this comes in. You can run this one. It's going to be quieter, and also it's probably going to have enough power to run your refrigerator. Now, I looked up online. It says most average refrigerators use from 300 to 800 watts. Now, that's probably just the running. When it has to kick on and cycle the compressor to cool off, it boosts on up. Like my particular refrigerator takes 1350 watts, but that's not the running watts, that's just the startup. So this generator, this particular one, has 2000 surge and 1400 continuous. So it'll be able to run the refrigerator, and I could probably run a few lights or maybe like a TV or laptop, something like that, keep the kids entertained, tablets charged up, things of that nature. And you're not burning nearly as much fuel. And you could even start off with this one and cycle out that, rotate basically your running time on your refrigerator, run it for several hours, then cut it off, let it go 3 hours or so, and then start it back up, and you're going to be consuming a lot less fuel. So again, this one burns in 11 hours, it burns 7.7 gallons, claimed online. And this one says it will burn 1.5 gallons in 11 hours in the same amount of time. Now, granted, that's at half capacity. So it's just something to think about, guys. Maybe investing in one of these little small ones. I'll tell you one thing. I've had a lot of the Predator generators from Harbor Freight, and I really like them. They seem to be, I've owned several of them, down from the little small 2-stroke ones. I don't know if they sell them anymore, on up to the 4-stroke 5,000 watt Predator generators. I think they're a good bang for the buck. And they're surprisingly quiet. Now, they're not as quiet as a Honda, but they're far less expensive than a Honda. Get you as much gas as you can, have your extension cords, already have all this stuff planned out, and don't be caught off guard when a situation, you find yourself in a situation where you're needing gas, you're needing generators, you're needing extension cords, you don't have it all figured out yet, and you're in a stressful situation. You already want to have it kind of figured out beforehand. Now, I really like being able to help people out, especially during an emergency or a crisis or something. And, whether they didn't think about it or they didn't have the means to do it, it's very fulfilling to be able to help people out. And I'm hoping these videos are helping you guys out with learning about proper storage and how to get your stuff started, whether it be a mower, generator, or whatever. And next up, what I want to do is show you how you can grab one of these generators used and not have to spend a lot of money, and that's actually how I got this this Champion generator. I only spent, I want to say it was $150. I got this one, and I knew it just needed a carburetor. The guy couldn't get it started. I started it with some carburetor cleaner that I took with me because the ad said that he had it in storage. And so I knew right away he probably has let it gum up the carburetor. It's gotten rusty or dirty, whatever. So I drained all the gas, found a carburetor for $40, put it on there. A lot of times I'll just do that instead of trying to clean the carburetor. And what's funny is if you go on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, or whatever, whether it be a mower or a generator, you'll see 4 out of 5 of these ads. It'll say carburetor needs cleaning, carburetor needs cleaning. And sometimes you can just find a carburetor for, $40 and go ahead and just put a new one on there. Save yourself that trouble of taking it off, trying to clean it, putting it back on there. It might run a little better. It might run great. It might not run at all. But time is money. Sometimes it's just better just to go ahead and put a new carburetor on it. So I'm going to show you what I did with this one, and I'm going to have more videos in the future of all this stuff. I've kind of become a Facebook Marketplace junkie here lately. buying some stuff, fixing them up, and I'm gonna have some more content about that. So let me show you what I did on this little generator. So I was able to pick up this generator for $150, and this particular brand and model is going for anywhere from $300 to $400 depending on where you buy it from. Cranked up good, it's very clean. I didn't see any issues with it, but one of the most common things you'll see with these generators is people let gas sit in it too long. I'm not sure how long the owner had let this gas in it. I did see a little bit of trash in this little filter catch there. So I'm going to go ahead and just drain all this gas out, and I'm going to filter it as I drain it. And the way I do that is I just get a little hose and put a filter on the end of it and attach it to that fuel valve there, open it up, and then just let it drain into a gas can. And then I'll just burn this in my 4Runner. It'll be happy to burn it, especially since my tank is nearly full anyway with good gas. And then I'll fill up the generator with some good ethanol-free gas and also put some fuel stabilizer in it. And next up, I'm going to crank it up and let you guys hear the difference in the two generators. And this will be a good opportunity to let that fuel stabilizer get into the carburetor. It'll be good and prepared for storage. So now I'm going to let you guys hear what this generator sounds like versus the small one. Honestly, I couldn't really tell much of a difference in the sound level. I was a little disappointed in that, but I did put a load on it. And now I'm going to shut off this fuel shutoff valve here and let it just run that carburetor dry for storage. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, get on Facebook Marketplace, get on Craigslist, offer up all these different ads, get you some tools and equipment, mowers, whatever you might need for a fraction of the price. Or, get some stuff and fix it and resell it and make some money. Have some fun with it. It's pretty fun. I'll have some more videos like that coming soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.